BMW K1300S BEST Motorcycle Review. Cast aluminium bridge frame. It may look largely the same as the outgoing model, but the latest version of BMW's K1300S has had a host of small changes that add up to a much better bike all round. With a claimed 175 brake horsepower and some seriously clever electronically adjustable suspension, traction control, and a long list of options to choose from, BMW has built a bike that can handle almost everything. And don't forget the new K-Series range now has proper indicators rather than the confusing triple switches of old. BMW K1300S HP ridden. With the BMW K1300S HP, for high performance, BMW had taken one of its established, but aging standards, and sought to both extend its shelf life and broaden its appeal by producing a limited edition, blinged-up incarnation. The recipe was simple: tweak the cosmetics with a sprinkling of carbon fiber, tinted screen, and model-specific paint job, add some substance by way of BMW's on-the-move suspension adjustment system, onboard computer, quickshifter, and more. And, finally, round it all off with a limited edition numbered plaque at the front of the tank. As a bread-and-butter bike, the K1300S has long been an impressively slick, stable, and supersonic fast motorway devourer. Point me at Dusseldorf and I'll see you there by lunch, unruffled, unflustered, under the clock tower. The 175 brake horsepower, 4-cylinder, shafty bulges with sheer urge, its fat mid-range so twist and go instant. The upper reaches of the rev range need never be explored, and cruising just the wrong side of the legal limit is about as relaxing as two wheels get. The semi-sports riding position is sublimely comfortable, and yet with enough purposefulness and aggression to imbibe its pilot with the cool arrogance expected of a Teutonic powerhouse owner. Its stability and steadfastness is awesome, at the slight cost, inevitably, of flickability negotiating traffic or through tight bends. The downside to all that, though, is that the K1300S is also now over 3 years old and, frankly, is starting to show it, something compounded by the arrival of Kawasaki's updated and electronics-laden ZZR 1400 this year. Ride quality and brakes. There is no getting away from the fact that the BMW K1300S is a big bike. With a 228 kilograms dry weight, it is never going to be a race-design lightweight. However, the clever electronic suspension adjustment (ESA2) system does a great job of hiding that weight. The suspension has 9 potential settings to cover solo riding, pillion, and both settings with luggage. It works brilliantly. The slightly numb front end is better than it was previously thanks to lighter dual-lever components. Just be sure to avoid the Continental Sport Attack tires fitted to some; they are not up to the best rubber. Surprisingly, the BMW K1300S once beat a car in an ABS test. Engine. The motor is the biggest single area of improvement. Engineering development was handed over to the spanner magicians at Ricardo, the same firm that designed the gearbox for the 1,000 brake horsepower Bugatti Veyron hypercar. This is the first time BMW has worked with Ricardo on one of its bikes. The result is a claimed 175 brake horsepower from an increased 1,293 cubic centimeters 4-cylinder motor that is much smoother with bundles of power and torque. It's one of the best big capacity motors on the road today, combining lovely refinement with a racing engine snarl when pushed. And yes, it's very, very, very fast. Reliability and build quality. Few bikes shrug off winter better than a BMW motorcycle, but it will still need regular attention to keep it looking shiny. The uprated shaft drive means less maintenance and expense than a chain. A few owners of the BMW K1200S previous model seem to have suffered from vibration and quite high oil consumption, but the new engine should stop that happening. There was a major recall involving the BMW K1300S among many other models that you can read about here. Value versus rivals. At £10,165 for the stock model without ABS, there is no getting away from the fact that the BMW K1300S is not a cheap bike. Add in the essential ABS and the price hits £11,060. From there on, in adding options obviously just adds more and more to the costs. ESA2 must be on the list as it transforms the bike. BMW do a dynamic pack which puts ABS and ASC traction control together for £377 and saves £45. So to get ABS, ASC and ESA2 adds almost £1,000 to the £10,165 cost. You do get a lot of bike for the money however, but it's still a lot of cash, compared to the likes of a Suzuki Hayabusa.